How do you think things went tonight?
I'm incredibly happy with the debate performance. It was an opportunity to talk directly to the people of South Carolina, and I look forward to these forums because I think it's a great way to talk to the most number of people at one time. And as we get closer to June 9th, people are starting to focus in a little bit more, and so I'm looking forward to the next debate where we're really going to talk even more about more issues, and I'm excited about it. I really am.
Is there a truce between you and Congresswoman Mace?
I mean, look, I have a lot of compassion for her. I mean, she just lost her father this week, and, you know, we were talking backstage briefly, and, you know, like I said, I didn't come here to attack anyone. I didn't come here to go after anyone. I just wanted to come here and talk about what I wanted to do for the state of South Carolina. So I didn't come here with an agenda other than to talk to the people, and so I was prepared to have a truce with every candidate up there who, you know, obviously was going to be polite to me. So, and I think for the most part, everyone was.
You shook your head when Lieutenant Governor Abbott said she was the only member of the executive branch, and then you took advantage of that. What was your thought process in all that, and getting a shot in without taking a direct shot at her?
I mean, it was honestly my initial gut reaction was, you're running to be the head of the executive branch of government. You should know who's in the executive branch of government. That's what I was thinking.
John Wilson, at one point you were mentioning something about corruption and people talking about corruption. It seems like something, maybe alluding to Congressman Norman, how he continues to talk about that. Was that your intent, or what's your take on when people continue to talk about corruption in Columbia?
Okay, ask that question again. I'm sorry, I don't understand
I
it.
can't remember exactly how you responded or what you said, but it was basically about how people keep talking about how there's corruption in Columbia and they're not being specific about it. And I feel like you maybe were alluding to Congressman Norman, who continues to talk about cleaning up Columbia. When it comes to corruption, do you feel like there is corruption in Columbia that needs to be cleaned up?
Oh, I think what I was trying, I remember the question now. I think it was one of those rebuttal opportunities that we were given. I think my issue with Congressman Norman is, and look, yes, there are individuals in every branch of government who are probably bad at their jobs or possibly corrupt. I mean, as Attorney General, I've indicted between 60 and 70 public officials, appointed and or elected, over my tenure as AG. So I have identified lots of corruption in government. There are people who are bad actors or incompetent at their job, and there are people who are criminally, committing crimes in their job. Those are two different things. And he talks about corruption with broad strokes, basically saying everybody who does things that I don't like is corrupt. And I think what I was attempting to do is, you're trying to build relationships with people in all three branches of government, especially the legislative branch of government, with which the governor must work with. And his message is, you're all corrupt, and then he wants to be governor and say, you're all corrupt, now give me my agenda and vote so that I can have a legislative win. That is not the way you build coalitions to get things done in government. You might have to isolate and identify individuals in the legislative branch of government, but calling an entire branch or inferring that an entire branch of government or implying that an entire branch of government is corrupt is not the way you build coalitions to get your agenda passed.
Attorney General, I know abortion came up quite a bit throughout the night. How do you manage your pro-life views on abortion when you also support the death penalty for certain criminals?
Well, I mean, first off, I think they're two completely different issues. You're talking about the innocent unborn, and then you're talking about a person who intentionally took the life of someone. I can separate and reconcile those two positions very easily. That is not a problem for me. I sleep at night.
One more question.
You've talked about these different issues and such, and what you would do with them, but I want to ask this, it's just a basic question. Why do you want to be governor?
First off, I love South Carolina. I love serving. I'm a 30-year combat veteran. I was an Eagle Scout as a high school student. I've served in the military for 30 years. I was a career prosecutor, working in courtrooms, protecting victims, working with law enforcement. Serving people has been baked into my DNA since I was a kid. The opportunity to serve in this position for the people of South Carolina is something that I would be absolutely honored to do. Being a voice for people who sometimes feel like they don't have a voice, empowering people who feel like they don't have power, that is what the governor can do, being a voice for people who sometimes don't feel heard. As governor, as Attorney General, as I said earlier, I prosecuted a lot of corruption in state agencies and local agencies throughout South Carolina. But there was lots of incompetence, there was lots of bad government, and you can't sue your way or indict your way out of bad government. And the governor is in a better position than the Attorney General to deal with the policy and the personnel issues that exist in the executive branch of government. When you see bad policies, when you see bad personnel, you can't always use the courts, so you have to use leadership in the executive branch, and that's what the governor has that the Attorney General doesn't. So I would like to take my leadership style that I've learned as a 30-year veteran, as a 15-year Attorney General, and the leadership style that I've used at the national level, and I'd like to apply it in the office of the governor to try to really do some innovative reforms in government. I think I'm well situated to do that, and I think I will be doing that in about 12 months.
Did Anna Grace leave you a note before the debate?
Yes, the good question. I got back up there. My daughter had written me. She's in the back right now, y'all. She wrote me a little note saying, "You got this, Daddy. I love you, AG." So I was really that was a good pick me up for me. Any other questions? I'm happy to.
Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you so much.
Thanks.